One thing I'm not is a guitar tech. So I can change strings and handle some very minor stuff, but sometimes, you delve into different stuff. Today, we're going to look at a very old guitar. And we're going to take a look and see if we can make it play a little bit better. It's a Marquette guitar from the early 1900s. Today on the Guitar Log. So it's not often that I'm messing around with a guitar whose strings are probably older than me. This is something I started to work on cleaning this guitar up to take to the Franklin Amigos guitar show. This is a Marquette guitar, which I don't think you can see it too well because I don't have good light in there. There you can kind of see the name on it. It's a Marquette. And these were made by Lyon and Healy. Lyon and Healy later became part of the group that became known as Washburn. So these are little parlor guitars that you could order through catalogs. And, the top's in good shape. The bridge is in place, and it's a wooden bridge. But for some reason, there's like a trapeze type of tailpiece on it. And I can't help but think that maybe this was added later, but I've seen some guitars that had both. So what I'm going to do is I've got several sets of pegs, and I'm going to try to string it up in the bridge, if I can get those out, which might be a big job, and then see how that sounds compared to through this bridge. Don't know what I'm going to find, but this could be interesting. So after a big fight with these strings that just quite honestly, this one is black. It's kind of crazy. I'm going to try to put some light gauge strings on this guy. And I don't even know, well, these are going to come out pretty easily, I think. Look at these old, let's see, yeah. A couple of very old tuning pegs, or string pins, I should say. And we're gonna see if the ones that I've got, they are much longer, but that may actually be a good thing for tuning stability. It's just a matter of will they fit. It looks like they do very well. So let's see what happens when I string this up and run it across this bridge, which is slotted and everything. You can see this guitar is, it's an interesting piece. You don't see stuff like this every day. I'd say this is where someone taped on, the names of the strings. You can see the D on there. So that's kind of cool, but I'm going to take that off and try to clean up the fretboard a little bit. Now, the back, you can see what we got here. Someone used a capo on it over the years, and it's got a big crack in the back. And I say big, it's long, but it's structurally sound. And these guitars had a variety of different woods. I'm gonna have to do a little research to figure out what this is. But let's see if we can string it up and make it sound good. After a little bit of a cleanup, still looks dirty, but the fretboard looks a little bit better than what it did. I've got most of that gunk off, but man, that has probably been on there for so long, I was not gonna get all of it off. But still, you can see that it cleaned up a little bit. A lot of this stuff on the headstock is just age. So a little history on this guitar. I remember this guitar from my childhood. This is a guitar that sat in the corner of my great aunt's house. And every year we'd go for Christmas and visit, and I would always be mesmerized by this. My brother and I would. He never learned how to play. I ended up picking up the guitar, but when she passed away, the guitar came to me, and that was really cool to get. But it's just sat for the longest time, and I hate for that to happen. I know somebody would probably make this a great little player parlor guitar. But it's a Lyon Healy Marquette branded guitar, which I'm blocking my view of it. But it's in the air in the sound hole. You can see where it says Marquette. And these guitars, like I say, factory, or not factory, but catalog guitars. And they were just little parlor guitars that people would buy for their homes. My cousin, his name was Ray, my second cousin. His dad, Cal Ray, was my dad's first cousin, and Ray Harding was his name. And Ray was just wonderful to me, and I love to hear him talk about music because he was in the music business. He toured with Metallica and Tom Petty and all these people, working on the road crew. And he used to tell me some stories when I got a little bit older about just being on the road. And I've got a signed picture of the Kentucky Headhunters he got me way back in the early 90s. So very cool stuff. And funny enough, I just met Greg Martin last week. But this is a guitar I believe that he played on a little bit. So that's kind of cool too. But I'm just trying to clean it up a little bit and see if I can make it playable. Let's put some strings on it and see what happens when I put it right here with some pegs there to hold. Show you what a little bit of guitar polish will do here. Let's see. I think it's kind of cool to see, some color come back to life on this guitar when I do this. Looks a lot nicer, doesn't it? Just a funny compare and contrast here. There's one of the new strings that I put on at the end that I pulled off. This is what was on the guitar. It's black. All right, so I've got strings on it now. Got them through the bridge. I don't think we're gonna get too much buzz, but we're just looking like where this used to set on the guitar. Look at that. So it's kind of neat. Let's wipe it down a little bit. Get some dust off of it, and you can kind of see the original color versus what it's faded to over time. Let's see what happens if we put a little bit of this on there. It's gonna be a dirty rag, I can tell you that much. It leaves that imprint. That's pretty funny. Kind of cool though, in its own right. Too bad this isn't like a 59 burst that I'm, just taking the pick guard off of. But there you go. We've got it strung up with the new strings. This is a guitar from sometime in the early 1900s. Let's see what it sounds like. JM, do the honors here. Let's see if we can get it to do anything. It's hard to do. So it's got some issues. Let's see what it sounds like from a G chord, the intonation. So some issues there. First new strings on this thing is probably 50 years or close to it, so. So someone could probably tinker with it, make a little bit of a parlor guitar out of it, but at least we know that this bridge works, kind of. Obviously, intonation is an issue, and almost whenever there's less intonation and more of the actual tuning. Yeah, I can't even play Stairway on it. keen-eyed. So, early 1900s, Marquette acoustic guitar, little parlor instrument. Intonation's not great, but at least we got it to where it could probably be made into a neat little player and parlor guitar. As always, tell your friends to hit like and subscribe. Do it yourself. Click the bell button for notifications, and don't forget to join us here on the Guitar Log. See you.